Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. I really appreciate everybody who gives feedback to this channel. Even if somebody asks me, like, how are you going to remember 2023? And I'm going to say, I think it's where one of my favorite phrases in the last 6 years became a meme, and now you just got to lead into it, right? Whenever I say the economy of the game has changed forever, there's got to be somebody who takes a shot. Even if it's a shot of water, for those of you who, want to legally drink what's available to you at the age of your viewership, because there are a lot of people who watch my channel that I appreciate that are not yet 21. Heck, they're not even close to 18. I've had some people like our friend Legacy who started watching this channel when she was like 9. And now she's close-ish to getting her driver's license. And you think, man, that 4 to 6 years is just very defining. I think the younger you are, the more 4 to 5 years difference is a complete transformation of who you are. Even what you sound like, look like, etc. When I started this YouTube channel, I was in my 20s. I am now halfway through the 30s decade and will be 36 in March, which, if I'm being honest, I didn't think I'd make it to 36. So this is all a bonus. What a way to start out a video. I did a video that I recorded. It was the last thing I recorded right before Israel and I jumped in the car to go to Texas. I knew that it was going to be posted last night. Obviously, I'm not broadcasting most days in Texas. I will try to broadcast Tuesday with Prof. Hulk. That will be our one broadcast night. But in the meantime, I woke up and saw some really fantastic feedback on that video about the surprising, generous, and in quite a few players' eyes, unfair compensation that was given for the new 7-star pool, that even when it visually said the champions were in it. So, like, if you look at the Titan Crystal, if you want to go for a Morbius or a Werewolf by Night, unless they show up as a top prize, they are not in there. And there are people who have waited, or I should say haven't waited early enough and went for it, and that's on them. But when those champions say they're in there from the visual, and yet the crystal does not show them, that is a bug. And several of those players reached out to me upset. They reached out to Kabam, and Kabam gave their usual copy and paste. We understand this affects many players, and if there's compensation, it'll be in your inbox. I thought, well, there's just no way they can give compensation for this. But they did. They calculated all the people that opened specific 7-star crystals, from basic crystals to Titan crystals to class-based crystals like the ones you get for completing Necropolis. And look, I'm not saying, because there were also people that said, I haven't seen anything yet, and I think I opened my crystal during that time. I'm not saying that everybody who opened them got the compensation, and that's part of what made those comments kind of hard to read. You see people really excited, really thankful, and there are people who are just upset, saying, where's mine? And that's the nature of compensation. You're never going to please everybody. Some people are going to be immensely happy that they basically got a very, very valuable. 7-star crystals are still the most valuable crystal in the game in terms of what can change, yes, the economy of the game for your account. If you got a buy one, get one free 7-star crystal, yeah, that's a whole lot different than what us peasants are used to doing to form 7-star shards. So, it is what it is. But I was told in the comments, Prof, you've essentially dropped the ball on one of the biggest issues that you have not touched on your channel all year. And quite honestly, I had no idea it was even still an issue because I haven't thought about it, but that doesn't mean I shouldn't cover it on this channel. And so I'm going to give Avi, AVI5642, who is the pinned comment on the aforementioned video I recorded about the 7-star compensation, because he said sending all these compensations, but they still didn't give out the Act 4 and Act 5 revamp compensation along with the mastery points. And I had to stop and say to myself, I think that's true. I haven't thought of that in months, and honestly, had Avi not commented that on the game, I would not have thought of that now. But when you look at Book 1 and you talk about yes, the differences in compensation for what was promised and the mastery point issue, of which some people still don't have all their mastery points, they have moved that compensation clearly to the back of the priority list. I'm not saying it's not going to happen, because I don't want to say that. I don't want that to be true. But clearly, it is not the top priority of Kabam. So I am very hopeful that we are in the process of holding Kabam accountable for what they've promised players. And I want to say, especially when it comes to the mastery point discussion, this is something that I'm saying in defense of these players, but this doesn't affect me. So I'm not saying this so that I benefit from this at all. I'm saying this because I want this channel to, as always, be the voice of people in the community who don't have a channel, but they can trust me to cover something and not be afraid to take Kabam on, even if it's an unpopular opinion. Heck, even if somehow the situation never gets resolved, I'm still going to try. And so that's the point of this video today. So I hear you. So many people like Avi5642, and I want you to get compensation as well. I just don't know when it's going to be. I have no idea. I don't work for Kabam, and that's probably why I'm as relaxed as I am, even though I'm, sometimes not that relaxed. Well, there you go, YouTube. I covered the topic for those of you who wanted me to. Sorry for the delay. Sometimes you got to catch up on video topics on vacation, even when you wake up early in the morning to record some content on your travel laptop. Have a great rest of your day. Thanks for watching.